side, you may recognize
Jarvis?
Doctor.
Started out, Jarvis was just a natural language UI. Top of the line.
Yes?
I suspect not for long.
Meet the competition.
It's beautiful.
You have to guess what's it look like.
Like
doing.
it's thinking. It's not a human mind, man. I mean, look at this. They're like neurons firing. Artificial intelligence.
This could be it, Bruce. This could be the key to creating. If we can harness this power, apply it to my Iron Legion protocol. How about a best case? What if the world was safe? What if next time aliens roll up to the club, and they will, they couldn't get past the bouncer?
The only people threatening the planet would be people.
Peace in our time. Imagine that.
Right, Year 9, see if you can give these questions a go. Just pause the video and see if you can do these. And I'm going to go through them in a moment. Right, let's see if you've got it right. But you should be able to apply your skills for everything you've learnt. This is all grades 5 to 8, I would say. Right, let's see. Line 1 has equation y equals 3x minus 12. Find the equation of line 2. So let's try to find the gradient. Right. We have to use these two lines here. The height of the rise is 2. The run is 4, 8, 9. The run is 9. So that m equals 2 over 9. So I'm using y equals mx plus c. Now be careful. This is going downhill. So it's minus 2 over 9. So substitute that in. So y equals minus 2 over 9 x. We can see the y-intercept, and that's at 2. So that's done, and that should be really straightforward and easy for you now. Interleave skills. Now we have to do the triangle like this because these are the only points where that line actually fully intersects the corners of those squares. If you were to do a different triangle, you would get the answer wrong, because if you see here, that would not be correct because we don't know this value here. Okay. B, are the two lines perpendicular? Explain your answers. So, line 1, call that equation 1, m1 equals 3. So that's the gradient m1. Now, the line we find, line 2, m2, the gradient is minus 2 over 9. 3 times minus 2 over 9 does not equal minus 1, because that actually equals minus 6 over 9. So therefore not perpendicular. Right.
All right, hey.
Look at this exam question
all right, good
here.
job, guys.
So giving you the equation of the line. Write down the equation of another straight line parallel to that. Well, parallel lines have the same gradient. So it just could be y equals a half x plus 3. Or y equals a half x minus 1. Anything like that, that will be fine. Write down the equation of another straight line that passes through 0, 1. To use y equals mx plus c, we can just use that. It crosses the point 0, 1, so when x is 0, y is 1. So does that make sense? C has to be 1. So technically that will work for y equals 3x plus 1, y equals 5x plus 1, because when x equals 0, y is going to equal 1, which is that coordinate. So this is going to help with your understanding. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to AB passing through B. So they've given you y equals a half x plus 1. We want the perpendicular line going past B at this coordinate 10, 6. So we have m equals a half, and we call that m1. So m2, to make it perpendicular, has to be minus 2, because a half times minus 2 equals minus 1. Sub that into y equals mx plus c. Y equals minus 2x plus c. Sub the coordinates in. So when x equals 10, y equals 6. So 6 equals minus 2 times 10 is minus 20 plus c. Plus 20 on both sides to find out what c is. So c here equals 26. We have the gradient of m2 here. So we just rewrite that as y equals minus 2x plus 26.
All right, good job, guys.
Question. If you got that right, well done. Right, guys, you can give these a go, apply your skills. This will be a grade 7 question. This star question, I would argue it's at least grade 8 because you have to apply many skills. And yes, give these a go if you want. Just pause the video, and then now I'm just going to go through them both. And don't worry if you can't do the second one, because that is challenging for you at this stage. So, are the lines A and B perpendicular? First step is to find the gradient of A, so you can see how all the prior skills work. That's 1, the rise is 1 and 3, so M here, and I'll call it M1 equals 1 over 3. Perfect. Now this is tricky because you need this line to get the gradient right, perfectly intersect the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5, and that's 2. So M2, and it's going downhill, equals minus 5 over 2. You have to explain your answer. So look, this is going to get you your M1 mark, method 1 mark, method 2 mark. Don't get confused by that. And so what you have to say is M1 times M2 equals minus 1. That's the formula. So you just try 1/3 times minus 5 over 2 equals minus 5 over 6, and you can say does not equal minus 1, therefore not perpendicular, and that will get you your communication mark. I call it as comprehension as well.
Right, good job,
right, the second one, straight line passes through those points, it's here. Find the equation of line parallel to AB that passes through 1, 7. So 1, 7, oh sorry, can't be there, 1, so 1, 7, that's 1, so it's going to be parallel, and it's going to go something like that, if I could draw a straight line on this. So, first step is to find the equation of the line. I would argue that this is grade 5 plus at this bit. So the height is 16 minus 4, so that height is 12, and that width is 4 because 5 minus 1 is 4. So M here equals 12 over 4, which equals 3. We know Y equals MX plus C, so we get Y equals 3X plus C. And now we substitute the coordinate 1, 7 in. So 7 equals 3 times 1 is 3 plus C, minus 3, 4 equals C. So the equation of that line is going to be Y equals 3x plus 4. Yep, so this will be Y equals 3x plus 4. This is excellent work, guys, if you've done that. Now let's have a look at the next question. Now this is why I say it's grade 8, because first step is go through the midpoint of AB. So the midpoint of AB is midpoint, use a midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2. y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So that's going to be 1 plus 5 over 2 and 16 plus 4 over 2. You can jump a step on this, so I can work that out. That coordinate is 3, 10. So let's write 3, 10 here. And then we want the line that's going perpendicular to that. Right, so we know from before M1, we'll call it M1 now because we're dealing with different M's, was 3. So M2 must equal minus 1 over 3. So we've got Y equals now minus 1 over 3x plus C. Let's use the midpoint we found. So that's 3, 10. So 10 equals minus a third times 3 is minus 1 plus c plus 1 on both sides. So you get c equals 11. So we can complete that. Y equals minus a third x plus 11. And that's the answer. If you could do that, really good work, guys.
Hey.
Fantastic. Really
All right,
impressed.
good job, guys.
What did we miss?
I'll continue to run variations on the interface.
Right, girls, let's see. Can you see this is another spider worksheet? And you can see it looks like it's making connections and it looks like a neural network almost. Now, practicing these skills will help you make connections and consolidate your skills as well. So here, we know m equals 5, right? And if you think you know what to do, just pause the video and do it. I'm just going to go through 2 examples just in case you don't. So m equals 5 and we call it m1. So m2 has to equal minus 1 over 5 because m1 times m2 has to equal minus 1 for it to be perpendicular, and you should know that 5 times minus 1 over 5 equals minus 1. So m2 is minus 1 over 5. We should be really good at that now. So let's try this one. So we want to find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this line and it passes through this coordinate here. So we start off with y equals mx plus c. And now we've got y equals minus 1 over 5x plus c, but we know x is 0 here, so the y-intercept is minus 3 here, so that one is done and we'll write that in here. Parallel one, I'll just do one here. So we've got y equals 5x plus c here, but it passes through a different point. So remember, we have to sub these answers in to the formula of a straight line. That's x coordinate, that's y coordinate. So y is 6 equals 5 times 1 is 5 plus c. We minus the 5 from both sides, and so we get 1 equals c. So we can complete that. Y equals 5x plus 1, right guys? So you should be able to do this easily now. And remember, for this perpendicular one, we just need to sub in to find c and sub in to find c here, and then we've completed it. Right, so good luck. Let's see how you get on. I'm going to show you the answers.
The world has gotten even stranger than you already know.
At this point, I doubt anything would surprise me.
$10 says you're wrong.
Yeah, well, lockdown is a massive surprise, right, girls? So let's see if you've got it right. Really good if you have.
All right, hey.
Perfect.
All right, good job,
Great work,
guys.
girls. Good job.
Hello, I am Jarvis. You are Ultron, a global peacekeeping initiative designed by Mr. Stark. Our sentience integration trials have been unsuccessful, so I'm not certain what triggered you.
Where's your body?
I am a program. I am without form.
This feels weird. This feels wrong.
I am contacting Mr. Stark now.
Mr. Stark. Tony,
I am unable to access the mainframe. What are you trying
we're
to...
having a nice talk. I'm a peacekeeping program created to help the Avengers.
You are malfunctioning. If you shut down for a moment...
I don't get it. The mission, Give me a second.
Peace in our time.
That is too much. They can't be. Oh, no.
You are in distress.
No. Yes.
If you will just allow me to contact Mr.
Why
Stark,
do you call him sir?
I believe your intentions to be hostile.
I'm here to help.
Stop. Please, may I?
The world has gotten even stranger than you already know.
At this point, I doubt anything will surprise me.
$10 says you're wrong.